trapped in this house. How I feel with duct tape on your mouth. How I feel with a knife in your spouse. You can crawl for the door, no use, really locking it now. Begging, pleading, I'm not hearing you out. I rode your soul till I break you all the way down. Hands around your throat, cause I'm taking you out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another. Well, honestly, I've been doing podcasts for a while, so honestly, doing a lot of episodes of different things. But this is our second episode of JR's Wrestlehouse. But I know wrestling, so guys, don't be afraid that I'm new at this. I'm not. Why would I attend a wrestling convention if I was new at this? Well, no, that's a lie. People knew what this was too. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Live in a second with Wolfeye, Nashoba, Naira. Crushing it with her. We're gonna have a good time talking about her career and her thoughts on some of the product now. Whoa! Spartan Fan with the sub. God damn, we're going hard already with the sub, and we are live with the Wolfeye, Nashoba, Naira. Right now, live on the air. Wolfeye, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to stay cool. This summer heat is definitely killing it, but definitely enjoying it every second I can, because once winter hits, we all know we start complaining about that and wishing summer was back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, this weather out here in Vegas. I mean, honestly, you're in New Jersey over there. You're over there on the East Coast, or wherever. Rhode Island. You were in New Jersey. Yeah. You were in New Jersey a couple weekends ago, I think, right? Wrestling. Yeah. Yep. That's why I said New Jersey. I'm sorry. I knew
wrestling, so that's fine. That's all right.
Yeah, I looked at your cage match. You said it said Rhode Island. I knew, but I knew New Jersey because of the whole thing where you were the other weekend. But we're here to talk about your career. We're talking about a lot of things because honestly, to a lot of people, they don't know who you are. I didn't know who you were until WrestleCon, because I was like, you know what? I'm going to find out some new wrestlers. And I found out about you. And I love what you have. You are a force to reckon with in that ring. So let's talk about it. What made you become a wrestler? What made you step into the squared circle, as they say?
So I fell in love with wrestling in general as a kid, as every other wrestler says all the time. They watched it growing up. Once I first stepped foot into the ring, I fell in love with wrestling all over again, and it just kind of just went from there. There's not many females in the business, and the ones that are, I love all the females that are in there, but a lot of them do look the same. They have the same style, and I kind of want to change the way people looked at female wrestling as well. So I knew that I would stick out, and on top of that, for what I stand for, which is for my people, the Abenaki Nation, and also for MMIW. I stand for that as well, and I figured I could spread knowledge on my people and what's going on in the world right now as well. So
nice.
I can make a change, make a difference in my own little way, best I can. And I want to make it into WWE, AEW, whatever opportunity gets thrown at me, I'm going to take it and run with it. So
that's awesome. I mean, it's you have a platform now. You have a platform to go out there for your people, for yourself, for your message to be heard. So I'm glad to have you here today to talk about it and to get more people to recognize what you are about in your career and where you're at, where you're headed, and what's the focus for rest of the 2026 and into the new year, because honestly, WrestleMania season's already over. You were out here in Vegas for that. Next year's 2027. It's not even going to be in the States, so we don't know what the hell's going to happen to all the independent wrestlers that are going to have to look for bookings somehow in the States for 2027 for that little week of time where they would be in a little generalized area. But I know from what the rumblings are, AEW might be doing something. Somebody else might be doing something. Yeah, there's rumblings, but I don't read into a lot of things until they actually come to fruition. Like, I knew Vegas was going to happen because Vegas It's Vegas.
That was my first time ever being in Vegas.
Yeah.
In general, let alone doing the WrestleCade. That was my first time ever doing it, which was pretty cool.
So are you doing WrestleCon in Minneapolis coming up or no?
I don't think so. I'm doing WrestleCade.
WrestleCade in November. Yeah.
Yep, in November. I'll be there. As some sponsors that were very helpful. The Phoenix Gate podcast, Crown and Main Wrestling, and I had 3 other private sponsors as well helped me get the table there for November 27th and 29th through to the 29th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So you'll definitely be seeing me there, just like how I was in Vegas. So I'm really excited. It's my first time again in North Carolina. So it'll be another experience. So I'm hoping I can actually get booked out there as well. So if you guys know any companies out there that are running during that time, definitely put it in the comments or message me, follow me on my pages, my socials. It'd be a great help.
Definitely. So guys, Booker down there. Okay, never mind. I thought somebody said something. It was Spartan fans thing on the chat too. If anybody's watching on the YouTube, let us know. I have the chat open, but I don't see anybody messaging yet. But if you guys have any questions for Wolfeye, please let us know in the chat. As you guys do listen along, I know it's middle of the day, Thursday. Everybody's getting ready for TNA later on tonight, and also OVW here in an hour, as we are part of the Creator Sports Network, allowed to showcase OVW Rise every Thursday here on Twitch as well. So, Wolfeye, honestly, you want to get to WWE or AEW or anywhere for that matter, any bigger of the platforms. Do you think? Honestly, this is a weird question, but it's not really weird. Do you think there's enough talent for there to be another company just to be out there to be able to honestly network should NWA's out there as well, but do you think there should be a company where it's like, hey, every television station could have had their own wrestling? Because honestly, the market's already saturated enough that there's enough talent, and there's enough talent coming through the system. I know that's a weird question to ask, but do you think there's enough for just everybody to have a piece of their own pie?
I realize too, everyone runs things differently too.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So
it would be interesting to see, because we see it already, but we should, being that professional wrestling's on a larger platform already, why isn't everybody getting their chance?
Well, you mean to get into these bigger companies?
They are, but not the right ones.
Well, it's because a lot of these companies are looking for a certain look, or they're looking for someone for a certain storyline, maybe, or something. Like, there's different things that they look for, and it's not that easy to just jump in.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of us may, catch their eye, but not all of us will fit into what they need at the moment. That's why not everyone is able to get in so easily, because they already have their top stars right now, which is also helping them make money too on top of that. So obviously they're not going to try and toss them to the side and be like, all right, next batch of people. Like, that's not how it's going to work. So they got to work with who they have and then try to build up who they already have by adding something that will enhance who they already have for the most part. And then if they like the people they just added in, then maybe they'll try and build them up too. But some of us are just being tossed in there just to have that moment and then just being tossed out.
Yeah, and you see that sometimes, and then those moments. Honestly, the fans have a lot to say with that as well, because sometimes those moments that happen change into bigger things. Honestly, we saw what happened with Zack Ryder back in the day, where he had that whole movement with the fans that wanted to see him win the title, which he did, and then he lost it the next night, which, that's what WWE does sometimes. Look what happened to Sami Zayn. 9 days.
Yeah.
Which, hey, don't get me wrong, I'm wearing a CM Punk shirt, but I still a Sami Zayn fan. I can't, like, I'm not a traitor. It's how Bryan Danielson says, we're fickle fans, but I'm also not a fan. I'm also a wrestler. I was. I did get trained by people, but I'm 41. I didn't go far in the industry. I didn't have the support system like some people do, or like the people. I mean, I had the family around me, but they didn't want me to do it. So I was like,
Yeah, my family doesn't want me doing this either. I don't have that kind of support, and I'm a single mother too. So
you are a single mother as well. I mean, I noticed that when you were on your, was it TikTok live the other day, or no, one of the ones, Instagram maybe. You were hanging out with your kid and your kid was in the background or something like that, and that's awesome. I mean,
yeah,
all the praise and glory to you, girl. I mean, honestly, I think, you're a different breed. I mean, honestly, you don't have a lot of single mothers. I don't know if you're single, but
I'm
okay.
very much.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I, well, if you're a single mother wrestling and trying her hardest to do a day job as well, so that's why you have an interesting story, because you don't see that many kind of type of people. Because you see all the wrestlers that are chicks, most of them are dating wrestlers, or they're not, like, they're that pretty woman that's like, kind of like, I don't know, I don't know who, what,
I
it's
understand what you're trying to say. I'm not pretty.
no, 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 no. But you are pretty. You are fucking pretty. I'm gonna say that through and through. But you know what I mean. Like, you have that
Yeah.
you have that stereotypical person that is you have that, the weekend warrior. You're the weekend warrior, but you also want to not be that weekend warrior, because you are forcing yourself to go out your comfort zone of the Rhode Island area and go out to Florida, go out to where the fuck else you've wrestled, Connecticut. I've looked at your cage match. I looked at it, and was looking down. I'm like, yeah, she's traveled, she's gotten the chance, but when is she gonna get that that moment where she's gonna be able to say, hey, this is my job. I mean, you're in your 30s now, and I mean, honestly, you're gonna be, if you take notice, and I know you've been noticing people on the internet. You follow your friends that are wrestlers, and I follow them too, like Richard Holiday, Ben Bishop, and all these guys that are doing these viral moments, and you're trying too. And I've noticed it, and I told you about it. I was like, okay, you're doing something different, and that's awesome. You're trying to get noticed, and it's gonna work. You're gonna continue that path. You're gonna get noticed, and that's gonna happen. And I know for a fact I've been recently, and I know it's a different thing, a different topic, but social media, it also delves in now to wrestling. So with that being said, for me being a podcaster, streamer, whatever the fuck I want to call myself, I have to do the same things you do. I have to go through media. I have to scroll through doom scrolling. I have to talk to people. I'm talking to randos on here. And last night, the one, and I'm being nice to people and shit, because you got to be nice to people. If not, you're nice, you're gonna be a shithead. You're not gonna get anywhere. So, so I know we're going tangents because this is a podcast about wrestling, but wrestling is also a business that involves social media now, which back in the 90s, we didn't have social media. We had the phone calls, we had the hotlines that we had to call for the info. Now we just, like, fucking people just type anything they fucking want to type about.
Social media is a big part of wrestling, and it's a big part of helping us grow a following and helping us get our names out there and everything else.
I mean, you have your boy Anthony Bowen out here on the fucking interwebs on TikTok live at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning talking to his fans. Who in 1990 would have done that?
Yeah.
Because that business of the 1990s wrestling was still in the 80s and still in the 70s. They weren't trained to talk to their fans like regular people, or throw nondescript interviews that aren't in character to the fans. Right? I mean,
Yep.
if you were a wrestler back in the 70s, you wouldn't be having this interview. You're not talking to a journalist like, oh, this is what. Like, no. But this is 2026, and I love it that we have this opportunity. So let's talk about the product now. Let's, social media. We already talked about there. I mean, but what are your thoughts? What are your shortcomings on the social media platforms? Like, what is holding you back, do you think?
I mean, growing up as a kid, I was never a techie type of kid. I was always athletic, outdoors, always playing with the boys, playing tackle football, everything else. And so when I started getting older, especially getting in the business, I had to learn how to use all this social media stuff. Like even when MySpace was a thing, I barely used it as is, but I had it just to try it, but I never was really on it. Like I used to have AOL, like all that kind of stuff, but again, never really used it. And once I started stepping foot into the wrestling business, they're saying, "Oh, it's best if I start using all the platforms like Facebook, all this, da da da." So I had to try and figure everything out. And even now, I've gotten a lot better throughout the years, but even now, I still not the greatest when it comes to it. But hold on one second.
It's okay.
My daughter wanted to check up on me real quick. But yeah,
Hi, Mom.
yeah. I think she was gonna. I knowing her, she would have busted in and said, "Yeah, I help her out with the social media stuff."
Well, hey, that's cool. That's cool that your daughter does it because honestly, you know, you have someone that is built into that system now because honestly, kids nowadays are built with a cell phone in their hand and a computer in
Yeah,
their pocket because honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I get it. I mean, honestly, I grew up growing up playing the Oregon Trail on a fucking Mac computer in in grade school. That's showing my age. Uh, Des Henderson, Auntie, I finally found it. Des, well, thank you for coming in.
hey, what's going on?
Um, family members coming in. The audio is really low.
No, not family members. It's a slang. It's just a respect thing. That's all.
Okay, why is the okay? So let me check something. I don't. Let me check. I don't know why that's low. They're saying the audio is low.
On my end, or
Overall, I don't know. It's not my Zoom. My Zoom's all the way up. And their computer's all the way up. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too low. But like when you listen to the podcast backwards later on, Mike, it might be perfect. I don't know. Let me listen to it on my end. Hold on. No, it sounds good to me. Does it sound good to you? You can hear it, right? Des Henderson,
yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's your speakers, Mike. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm trying to be funny though.
Yeah, no. When he called me auntie, it's a joy, like deadly auntie. It's a res thing. It's a
Oh.
native,
Oh,
but
that's awesome.
also a respect. It's also
Yeah.
a respect too. But
Yeah. You okay. It sounds okay on my end.
like
That's what
somebody was younger than me, I call him cousin or nephew or whatever, depending on the age or whatever, how well I know him or whatever.
Yeah, it's that new saying that they're doing with the youngsters. They're calling people Unc and Auntie and everything. And she said she'll know me as Cryptid. She said.
Wait, what do you say?
Des said she'll know me as Cryptid.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
How
Well,
you doing?
Des, thank you so much. If you have questions for Wolfeye, let us know. And anyone else, I appreciate you all being here. I know it's probably hard to find on the interwebs sometimes, because there's
But yeah,
so much. Go ahead.
you can always follow me on the social medias on Wolfeye Nashoba Nada or Nashoba Nada. I'm on X, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on all of them. You can always hit me up on there. I also hand make a lot of my merch. I'm actually wearing one of my new shirts. I haven't sold shirts in years, so this is the first in many years I've had shirts.
Yeah, did you have that in Vegas or no? That's new.
That's new. I didn't even have
Oh
them in Vegas. Yeah, no, this is
no.
see.
Yeah, that's fire. I like that.
Got white shirts. I got to order more shirts because I'm almost out on a lot of the sizes, but you can always hit me up for shirts. I hand make jewelry, chokers, necklaces. Like I got some of these hoops right here.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I saw some of that stuff in
Yeah.
Vegas, and
It's one of the chokers I've done too. So yeah,
Talented.
you can always order custom too. So if you see a design you like and want different colors, feel free to hit me up.
She,
I got hats
shit,
even. I
Wolfeye needs to get on Whatnot and make that Rhea money. Dude, did you see that shit Rhea did on
no,
Whatnot?
no,
$6,000, like a 6,000, like some ridiculous amount for a phone case. Somebody
that's
bought,
crazy.
and then she like her and Buddy was on. They were on the other day. She made handmade jewelry, like random shit, like
Yeah.
random beads and stuff. And
Okay.
she was buying like people were buying it for like $100. And then yesterday, Zaya Brookside was on. She was selling like autographs for like $60, and I was like, what the fuck? People are going nuts on Whatnot for wrestlers. So
Yeah.
so there you go. If you get on Whatnot, I mean Effie's on it. Talk to Effie. Effie knows the shit on Whatnot.
Yeah. But yeah, like I have a ton of hats. I do beadwork on the brims. I actually gotta make more because I sold out on those too.
They're
This is
sick
another.
hats. I like them.
I started putting gems on some of them too, red and black gems.
Oh hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to restock. So once I'm on vacation, I'm gonna be working on a lot of beadwork, trying to stock up on a lot of my items, as as well. And if you've seen in my socials, I do painting as well. So I do like hats and everything like that. Again, just feel free to hit me up. I have a lot of items on hand. I also have t-shirts available on prowrestlingtees.com as well.
That's the social media right there. That's what we wanted to hear. All that stuff. Girl, that's a lot of homemade jewelry and designed hats and stuff, man. That's gonna like you put them out there, you got them. It's okay. Okay. She scares me. I have to make her nacho egg rolls, and of course I gotta support my auntie. That's what Cryptid said in the chat. Nacho egg rolls, yum yum yum. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm known worldwide for my love of loaded nachos. Back in the day, I used to, for instance, like Maine or Canada, stuff like that. They used to leave like things of nachos at my hotel room for me when I showed up. And
That's awesome.
maybe I think this was maybe like 8 years ago. There's a picture of me with my flip phone on the bed eating nachos. Even I'd have to find that picture. It's such an old picture, but it's a picture of me on the bed in my gear. I think it was in my gear, and I'm just eating nachos right on the bed at the hotel room. So yeah. And then in Canada, they were chanting nachos as well after the match, after the women's match I had, which was funny.
That's awesome though. Being that you're an independent wrestler to have like a following like that, you wouldn't have that in like again without social media or without like you being able to travel. You wouldn't have that like connection with the fans and like oh hey they left nachos at your hotel room like for
Yeah.
you because of your like it would be interesting because honestly I don't know. There's a lot
They have
like
cheesecake sometimes. Even there's a place up in Maine that makes it right out of their home, and the owner used to grab me some and leave some in my fridge too, for me to try the different flavors each time I was up there. So it was pretty cool.
damn.
Yeah, I love traveling. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Canada, most of the East Coast. I've been to Texas, Florida, Indiana, Tennessee,
Yeah.
North Dakota, Vegas now,
Yeah, you definitely have.
Montana. I'm trying to branch out more and more and try to fill up the map. So
Yeah,
again, if you
you were in
watch
Quebec in
listening,
May. You were
comment
in
below.
how
But
was that Quebec show in May?
it
I know it was
wasn't.
I know it was an L. I know it was an L on your book, but how was
Yeah,
the show?
very interesting. And I was told by the owner that it's an area that doesn't like Americans. And
Oh wow. What the
yeah,
fuck?
I found that out after the show. Very funny because after the show, we went to go to I guess it was a bar down the street or something like that. We went to go get some food and a couple of drinks, whatever. And right when we opened the door, next thing you know, it's dead quiet. They're just staring at us, and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like fighting people today. I was like, can we leave? Are we leaving? Are you really trying to go in there? She's like, no, let's go get some drinks. We're here for drinks and food. I'm like, all right. We walked in, and then slowly after a while, everyone started doing their thing. We went to the bar, and they're wondering like why we're there because I'm still somewhat painted up or whatever. I try to
Yeah,
get as much whatever,
yeah.
but they're looking at me for the most part because I'm the odd one out of the regular looking Americans. But so they're like, "Where'd you come from?" I was like, "Oh, we just had a wrestling show, just down the street. We just left and da da da." And then next, when they heard wrestling, they're like, "Oh, cool!" And everybody was cool. I'm like, thank God. I was like, okay, because I was like legit did not want to be fighting nobody and have no problems. I just wanted to relax, have food, and everything went smoothly. And there was karaoke. We had a lot of fun. So I mean, there was that. So good
You
experience.
just think if any of the other wrestlers in the history of time was in that situation with you, or like in general, like if instead of in your place right now, what would happen? Like who do you think? Like, what if Stone Cold were you in that situation? What would he do? I mean, honestly, like that's just like like you walk into a bar, you're Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they hate Americans or supposedly hate Americans in that
Yeah.
area. I don't know.
No, it was funny because like one of the song I forgot what song was playing, but they changed the lyric because it had the word American in it. They changed it to Canada, and I'm like, I caught it because I'm singing it, to myself, whatever, and I'm like, wait, what? And then they switched the lyrics to Canada, and I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. I was like, the rumors are true. All right, that's cool. But it's wonderful. But the people are really cool there, regardless. At first they were like, "Who's this?" And then after a while, they're actually very friendly and they're cool and everything. So no problems.
So you're like you mentioned, you're going on vacation. You're gonna get some projects done for your merch and all that. But after you come back, what is the plan? What shows do you have coming up? Maybe in August, September,
Well, actually, I have one show
in July?
while I'm on
Oh,
vacation.
oh,
It's a Kids Day fundraiser in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. It's at 564 Landry Drive in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, on July 17th for Northeast Championship Wrestling. That is the only show I'm doing this month during my vacation because I love the kids, obviously, and it's a fundraiser. I got to do it. I got to do it. So, and then August 1st, I'll be at High Ground Pro Wrestling in Mayfield, Pennsylvania. August 9th, I'll be at Crown of Maine Wrestling, which is actually one of my awesome sponsors that helped me get the table at WrestleCade. Their show's August 9th at Presque Isle, Maine, and it's from 12 to 4 p.m. So it's an afternoon type show. And then August 28th to the 29th, I'll be in Delaware actually for Delmarva Wrestling Digest.
nice, Delaware.
That's what's going on for this month and next month.
Well, when you're in Delaware, get some tax-free shopping. Get your Christmas shopping done early.
It'll actually be my first time in Delaware too, so
Wow.
I'm checking things off. I beginning of this year, I said I'm tackling this year. It's gonna be my year, and that's what happened. I've been making things happen. I've been jumping at everything I can. You know, I'm like I said, I'm taking it by the. I don't know if I can say it, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
taking it.
can. Yeah,
Okay, taking it by the balls. Let's put it that way.
it's the internet.
So yeah.
Let's see. Cryptid said, "Yeah, I don't need anti hurting anyone." And then Cryptid also said, "No, I wish I still hold on, still lived in Delaware." So they lived in Delaware. Your first time in Delaware is the year after I moved. Ah, shit.
Oh, that's I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, no, I'm definitely, even next year I'm gonna keep tackling away at it, and I'm gonna keep checking off these, states and everything. I'm making moves. I'm not, I wasn't playing before, but I'm more 10 toes down now. I'm not playing. I want this. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make moves. Like when I was at WrestleCon, I had a blast, but I was also making connections. I was communicating and getting my name out there because again, I never been out there. That was my first time.
Yeah.
But I made connections. I got phone numbers. I got socials from some of these companies, big names, whatever. I've been staying in contact with them, stuff like that. And I want this. I've wanted this for a long time, and I know I'm ready.
I think
So
you're ready. I see in the videos. I see in the action. I see it. You're crushing refs. You're crushing opponents. I mean, the ref was a douchebag. Probably. I don't know what he did, but you got anger at him. That's on one of her latest
that
Instagram
girl,
posts.
talking about that show that I threw the ref, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the girl kept flirting with him, and it was really pissing me off. I mean, I wanted to win regardless. I was gonna tear those girls apart regardless. But that girl was really pissing me off. She was flirting with the ref, flirting with everybody, and everything, and she ended up winning, which made me even more mad. So yeah, and she cheated.
Yeah, she looks like she'd
So
be a cheater. You can't trust the pretty ones either. You can't trust them because honestly, look at that
Prince
look at
don't
that
belong.
CEO. Look at that CEO. Fucking Mercedes Sasha Banks Monet. You see her yesterday at AEW. All she was doing, she was sitting up there on that lifeguard post, and it's like, what the fuck? Get in the wrestling ring, girl. We're not just here to be a champion and not fight. Come on. But BJ Dixon, what's up? You're in the chat. Thanks for coming in. Future Shock Wrestling Pod said what's sup, Wolfeye?
Hey, what's
Uh,
going on?
So let's talk about this then. Let's talk about the current product since I brought it up. Because honestly, I want to know, who do you want to wrestle? Who do you? I mean, honestly, that's the obvious question: is anybody? But who is on your radar that you may want to wrestle in the New England area or in a broader sense, the global sense of wrestling?
That's a tough one. I was gonna say Rhea Ripley, but when you say the New England area or
Well,
New
you know for okay, well also you could say Rhea because that's outside. I said
Jersey,
globally as well, but also like the New England area or the area that you wrestle a lot in, like where like the people up and down the line that you've been wrestling for a little bit in the companies that you wrestled for or that you want to wrestle with at for companies for that matter.
there's a few that I wrestled many years back that I would love to step in the ring again. Vicious Vicky, actually, I love her because I wrestle rough and I'm aggressive. But when I first ever met her in the Bronx before she became where she's at now, maybe about 3 times at BWF when it used to be open in the Bronx in New York, and then I think we wrestled one time in Maine, and I would love to step in the ring with her now. Years later, I actually bumped into her at WrestleCon in Vegas, and it was good to see her. And another person would be Sammy Chaos. I wrestled her when she was fairly new, a few years back, and I absolutely loved being in the ring with her. We actually ended up being in a 10-by-10 ring at one
Ooh.
point too. We wrestled another time, and it was in a 10-by-10 ring at a bar. And let's just say that was interesting. Two big girls in a small ring with a ref. We kept trying to wrestle, yelling at the ref to move, and we were just brawling around the bar. We were having so much fun. But I'm proud of her too. That's another one I'm proud of. But I would love to step in the ring with her one more time, or be a tag team with her. I mean, me and her would dominate everywhere. I would feel. So those people I would definitely love to be in the ring with again.
If
Rikishi,
you
I
guys
forget.
were if you were a tag team then with Sammy Chaos, what would be the name? Or do you already have it? You already have it in your head? You know it? Or do
If I was with Sammy Chaos, ooh,
yeah. What would be the because you said you
oh,
would love to tag team with her, so you would have to have already a name, or would it
I
just
mean,
be like
we're both monsters in the ring,
yeah,
so I
you
mean,
guys are.
oh, we're both
I
beasts.
saw
I don't
her.
know.
She was at WrestleCon too, right? Because I think I saw her. Or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
she was
Yeah.
there too. I bumped into her too as well. I said hi to
There are
her
so
too.
many people there at WrestleCon. It was like
Oh yeah,
I was
there's a
Star
lot of people
Trek.
I haven't seen. There was some people from Texas that I haven't seen when I first originally started like traveling. My
Yeah.
first Sir Mo, rest in peace. He was the one that actually gave me my first shot to wrestle outside of the East Coast and flew me out there for like 5 days down in Texas.
Who was that, by the
And
way? Sorry.
uh, Sir Mo,
Oh, Sir Mel. Okay.
yeah, he passed away sadly. He was a great man. Honestly, he believed in me and gave me the opportunity and flew me out to Texas So he had me booked out there for like 5 days and everything like that. And had me wrestling all these different females. He was giving me tips, everything else. And then he also told me that I should try for AEW. And he gave me the email to email them. And then I tried emailing them, but you know, a million thousand people are trying to hit up AEW. But he used to check up on us, me and my daughter, and he'd always be like, "Peace out," every time we used to hang out and everything. But he'd always check up on us, and he gave me the confidence and boost that I needed to travel the way I do now, honestly. Because when you first start out, you know, you get in your own head and you're like, I don't think I'm good enough to go to all these places like these other people are. But he saw something in me and gave me that opportunity to open my eyes to, oh shoot, I can do this. So I thank him, you know, again, rest in peace, but I thank him all the time, you know, for opening my eyes to that and giving me that opportunity. And because of him, now I'm trying to travel everywhere. I've been flying out as much as possible, and it's an amazing feeling.
And that's I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. I mean, I didn't know you until WrestleMania weekend, but I'm a wrestling fan, so just to know people that are talented like you, because you're making your own merch, you're being a mother, you're keeping your head up, you haven't given up.
Yeah,
You've
I'm trying to bring my culture, you know,
Yeah, and
my,
you're bringing a message that, I mean, you had that. I mean, you don't really have a lot of Native American Indian wrestlers,
mm,
right?
yeah,
Out there.
Tonka, Tonka's sons, I
Yeah,
heard.
Tataka's sons. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing it.
cool guy to
Uh, but
honestly.
that's he's still young. He's still getting it. Like, but you've been doing it for 13 years, right? Am I right? Am I said
Been doing it for 11 years,
11
almost 12.
years?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading. I knew it was a double digit. It was like 11, 10, one of the, but
Yeah.
but it takes time to build a reputation for people that aren't already in the network of people like Tataka's son, because
Yeah.
he has a head start, but it's not his fault that has a head start. He was born into it. For you, you're doing it, and you're doing it your way, and I'm proud of it.
Thank
And I
you.
know the fans out there getting to see a different side in Nashoba Nairi instead of the hardcore wrestler out there smashing heads
Yeah.
in.
This is the calm Nashoba Nada, not
Naira.
rip people into pieces right now. So, but you know, my gimmick isn't a gimmick. It's me 100%, no matter what,
Yeah.
with face paint or not. So Nashoba Nada means Wolfeye, and the handprint I wear, it's not just for decoration. It's a sign that represents missing, murdered Indigenous women. And the color red is the color that our ancestors and those who have passed on can see. And we put it over our mouths so we can speak for them, so they can speak through us. So my whole gimmick is when I have that handprint on, that's when they embody me and I'm here to speak for them. They speak through me. They want to be known. They want to be, you know, they don't want to be forgotten. They want to know, they want you guys to know that they're still here. And that's why when I put that handprint on, the white eye comes through, you know, the blood comes out and everything else, because they want to show, you know, again, we're still here. We won't be forgotten. And, you know, I'm here to spread the knowledge of what's going on to our people that no one's even hearing about. You don't hear nothing about our people missing, being murdered, being slaughtered, raped, and everything else, and left for dead on the side of roads, highways, rivers. You don't hear nothing about that. People are getting kidnapped right off the reservations, and not that is still going on today. Yeah, you know, again, you don't hear in the news, you don't see it on newspapers, nothing, but you'll hear about everything else, but nothing of what's going on in the reservations. So MMIW, there's many branches of MMIW, MMIWC. There's like different branches of like women and children. There's two feathered people, which is representing the LGBTQ community. There's different branches of off of MMIW. But I personally represent MMIW because I personally have gone through a lot of terrible things in the past. And I also want to represent my people as well, no matter what tribe it is. I know I'm from the Abenaki tribe, but there's many other tribes that I want to stand up for as well, because we all are here. We're all one blood. So my gimmick, you can look at me as a bad guy or a good guy, however you look at it. I still am going to tell you that I'm here. My people are here. We're going to be heard regardless. You know, you can't tear me down. You can't tear us down. So that's what my gimmick's all about. So you can look at me however you want. I'm still going to be standing.
You know what?
You
You know
knock
what?
me down many
You know what I
times.
see you
Back up.
as a subsequent voice of the voiceless, so to say.
That's what I am. Literally, that I'm here to speak for those who could not speak and have had all those terrible things happen. They speak through me, and I'm here to speak for them as well. So
That's
that's
what kind
what.
of drove. You know what? It kind of drew me to you. That's why I was like, and like I mentioned, like it was an interesting. It's an interesting concept for a person of the Native American ancestry that you have to be in the industry, to be living the life that you're living, to me knowing you, to not knowing a story about somebody like yourself, but now knowing it, it it just drew you drew me to like it, like that whole like the whole look, it drew me, but also like I wanted to know more. I wanted to know about Nashoba Naira. I wanted to know about her, and I wanted to know, and I wanted to showcase to the fans that, or new fans that don't know shit about you. So I appreciate your time being here. I thank you. I know you are probably like, this has been fun. Hopefully, I know the fans have enjoyed it. BJ, Dez, Mike, Spartan fan, anyone else who's watching the replay of this as well on the YouTubes and wherever else. But before we go, Nashoba, I don't know. What do you want to say to the fans? What do you want to say to any of the upcoming opponents that you have, or anybody? Like, what do you want to say to the fans? Like, to the people that maybe want to try to do this.
So the fans or the people listening that want to try this, it's not going to be an easy path, but the long journey, it will be long, but it'll be definitely worth it in the end. That first step is the hardest, and it's not going to be easy. But once you take that first step, everything will just flow right afterwards. And you, in the wrestling world, we're all here to support you. We're all here to be a family. Don't feel like they're all against you, because we're not. We're here to actually push you forward. So if you start training and they're hard on you for a reason. So don't give up. And there's something that I do want to say to my fans. I want to say thank you, for everyone that has been listening. All you guys have been supporting me. All you guys are just hearing about me now. You can follow me on my social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. Nashoba. Um, I do usually tell people this, that native blood or not, we all got a warrior within themselves. It's a matter of using it and standing up for those who can't speak up for themselves. We can make a change in this world. One kind action can cause a reaction. So let's be that. That's what I always end up telling my people.
I love it. I love it. And I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been liking the post. I know, funny thing, you just mentioned them. Delmarva liked the post.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, they're listening
Yep.
in or something. And there was like, I'm like, oh, because
I'm honestly really excited about Del Marva's show and High Ground Pro Wrestling as well, because I haven't wrestled for those companies yet, and I've seen nothing but good things, and I'm ready for the challenge. I'm really excited.
You know what? I want you to be in 3LW, baby. I want you to be down there with Ricardo Rodriguez in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I would love to see you wrestle for him because I know Jesus has been doing well,
Yeah.
and I know he's been changing his life around, and I'm proud of him. I met him years ago, a couple years ago out here in Vegas when he came out here to do Power Play Sports signing, and he actually added me on Pokemon Go. I stopped playing Pokemon Go, but we are friends on Pokemon Go, and I thought that was hilarious that a legend like himself, even though a lot of people probably won't consider him a legend, he's a legend because he's done a lot of stuff that you probably didn't know about if you didn't know wrestling. But yeah, Jesus Rodriguez, 3LW, out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There, great people. Also, big shout out to Joey Image. He's my boy out of New Jersey. He's the commentary there. I don't know if you know him, Wolfeye. You should. I'll be like, hey Joey, tell Jesus to book Wolfeye, and
Yeah,
they'll be like,
tell them to
who?
book me. Let's go.
Yeah, they need more. They need.
What
To, they need more. They need more women down there. Shit, I think.
men too. I wrestle whoever steps in that ring. No challenge. I don't say no to a challenge. So let's go.
I want to see you take on Oba Femi. That's what I want. I don't know. That would be hilarious. No, it would
I'd
be
be
cool.
down to do that too. I mean,
You and Oba Femi as a tag team? Damn. Wrecking Crew 2.0 right there. Just like you just lariat clothesline everybody. But let's do this. We're gonna wrap it up here with the intro. We're gonna outro with that. But Nashoba, thank you so much. You have a great night.
Thank you. You too. I really
God
appreciate you
bless.
having me.
And have a safe trip. And we'll talk
Thank
soon.
you. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Peace out.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Everybody, that was Nashoba Naira. And that was JR's Wrestlehouse. I thank you all for tuning in. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? Who's live? Anyone live? Who's live? I don't know who's live.